Okay, reconnection successful. So, just can't let my phone go too far from the computer. And hopefully that works.
So hopefully we're
I just have
back.
to refresh the page.
Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it picks right back up. We're back. We're back.
Oh, maybe it happened like a new one. So my Wi-Fi just disconnects because I pay for garbage Wi-Fi apparently. And it's the only, I think we're only allowed to have Spectrum. Like we tried to switch to Verizon before and there's no option.
So we're now on a hotspot on Craig's phone.
We're using my phone.
Yeah, sorry about that. What were we talking about anyway? I think I was in the middle of a thought too.
White sauce pizza? Alfredo pizza?
Oh yeah. Yes, I have made a white sauce pizza. I actually made it at Modern Love, which is Isa Moskowitz's restaurant out in Omaha, and I'm gonna try to find a picture.
In Omaha?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
She's got one in Omaha and one in New York, Brooklyn, but the one in Omaha was first.
Oh.
So I have to go. These are the very first pictures in this phone, so I just had to go up. So this is what we made. I was going to make. I still might at some point make a cookbook all about pizza. So this is a white sauce with some broccoli and some crispy tofu. I don't know if you guys can see that. I know there's a delay there, so let's hope that worked. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that.
Someone asked questions that said, Craig, any advice for leaky gut? So the main theory behind why autoimmune diseases form is because you develop something called a leaky gut. And then it's basically like if you eat some food, say you eat like a burger or like a hot dog or something like that, it's going to have like animal cells in it. And maybe it'll look like an animal kidney cell or an animal
the
liver
thing,
cell.
Pigs' DNA are so close to our own.
Yeah.
And if you eat pork or something like that,
yeah,
that's what you were saying.
Yeah. So then, say for like diabetes, you eat something like maybe it has a little bit of like a pig pancreas cell or a cow pancreas cell in what you're eating. It goes into your bloodstream. Your body starts making antibodies against that pancreas cell, but it also looks just like your own pancreas cell. So then your body starts attacking your own pancreas, and that's basically like the theory of what happened with me. Like I probably had leaky gut, ate something that had some sort of like chicken, peripheral nervous system cell, cow, pig. Those are like the three main things people eat animal-wise. And so my body started making antibodies against my own peripheral nervous system. So the theory is basically that if you are just not eating animal products, then you're not having those things going in your gut. So even if you have a leaky gut, it doesn't matter if like wheat or if blueberry cells go into your gut. It doesn't look anything like your own, so your body's not going to make antibodies against it. So that's the main thing, is just like if you eat a whole food vegan diet, or even just like a vegan diet, because I'll eat junk food and I don't have any flare-ups ever. So as far as I know, it's just eating vegan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It also explains how you got better so fast.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I also had medicine, which was very effective medicine. Even before I was going vegan, I was getting better. But I feel like, and it's just completely anecdotal, there's no way to measure it or anything, but I do feel like I started recovering faster. And then my neurologist also said, like, at my last treatment, she was just like, all right, I don't think you need your treatment anymore, because you're able to go more than 6 weeks without your treatment, so you clearly don't even need it anymore. And she was like, I didn't expect you to tell you to ever get off your medication. I didn't expect it would be this soon if I ever thought that would happen. I didn't expect you to recover as quickly as you did. And she was like, I don't know what you're doing, but just keep doing it. It's clearly working. And that came from my neurologist.
Also, if it wasn't working, it doesn't explain like that you've never had to go back on the medicine again.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it wasn't the food, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like then why haven't you got sick again?
Mm-hmm.
Make a gluten king cookbook. That's a good idea. We already have that one. It's called the Vegan Zombie Cook and Survive.
2 shots of gluten.
Extra gluten. You ever see that video? It's on YouTube. It was really old. Somebody was like, all right, I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free seitan. All right, so you get all the gluten, all the ingredients, you put it on your table, and then you push it in the garbage because you can't make it. That's it. That's the video.
It said Impossible Foods made Impossible Pork. What are your thoughts? I think it's great that they're offering vegan pork because I don't know that's. I mean, other than like pulled pork, that's very accessible. A lot of.
My thoughts on anything vegan is like I think there's a use for everything that's vegan that is replicating animal products that are so prominent in our society that I think it's a good thing that if you can get people to stop eating animals for whatever reason, I think that's a plus. Always.
All right, I can just answer the 2 questions for me. Linda wanted to know when I'm leaving. I'm leaving on the 18th of this month. I'll be there for 2 weeks. And then somebody else said, should I get a doctor to get diagnosed, or should I get a neurologist so I can get medication to get over my autoimmune disease? So I'm pretty sure you would have to first. What I had to do is I had to go to a general chiropractor physician, and then have him refer me to a neurologist, and then the neurologist will have to run tests to diagnose you. Like I had to do so many tests. I had to get I forgot exactly what they're called. It was so long ago, but there was like an EMG test, so it's electromyogram test or something like that. And then there's also like a muscle conduction test. So like one of the tests, they basically stick a really skinny needle into your muscle and they tell you to contract and your muscle, and they like basically measure like your nerve conduction in your muscles. And then the other one, he literally has this thing and he just shocks different parts of my body, and it was not that fun.
You sure you weren't in a torture chamber?
I know. But I remember asking, I was like, wait, so why are you shocking certain parts of my body with like different voltages? Like why? Like some of them hurt a lot and some of them I can't really feel that much. He was like, they're all the same voltages. I was like, he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, because he was like, well, you have more nerve damage in your feet than you do your hamstrings. So like he would like do my hamstrings, my hamstring would like my leg would just like jump, and then he'd do like my toes, and I'd be like, I could sort of feel it. And it was basically just because the nerve damage was like sort of coming in from like the outside, like the more distal parts of my body. So like my abs and like my like back weren't nearly as affected as like my fingers and toes and stuff, because it's the furthest part away from my body.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. You should like even if like somebody else has CIDP, I would always recommend them to get a doctor, get a neurologist, get actually diagnosed. Like I didn't get completely diagnosed until I got a spinal tap. So go through all of those diagnostic steps to like actually get diagnosed, get your actual treatment. Like don't just rely on your diet, because the treatment is very effective and it should be used in combination with your diet. That's all.
And also be careful, Craig, because somebody might want to follow you to Ethiopia.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, hey, I followed you all the way here, man.
Yeah. Well, you could, if they know I live in Syracuse, there's nothing stopping them from following me to Syracuse.
Yep.
More hoops to jump through to go to Ethiopia, because you can't just be like, oh, I'll just go to Ethiopia. Like you have to get like so many shots and vaccines, and like I had to take a typhoid vaccine that you have to take 2 weeks before you go. You can't go unless you already took it like 2 weeks before.
Come visit us in Syracuse, Rolling Pines Estates, and ask for Chris or Craig.
Rolling Pines Estates?
Yeah, that's 100 Rolling Pines Estate.
What's that address?
That's the address.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, Brian Harper. You just missed our pizza mukbang. We're done.
Yeah. This is what's left.
Everybody always says like, that's not a mukbang. You need a ton of food. It's like, hey, that's a ton of food for me. I'm full.
Maybe for someone who wants to start looking like an avocado.
True. So yeah, we're just trying to waste time right now because we're shooting Craig's video.
Yeah, which will be a surprise. It'll be up soon.
Surprise. So what's hey Weave Magic. So yeah, let's ask some questions here. Let's answer some questions.
I'm gonna see what the timer is for our said food. Okay, we got like another hour and a half or so.
Yeah. We were thinking about doing something on Twitch over here, like a car racing game.
Yeah, we could do that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if we don't do it today, we should just do it sometime.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, we had a pretty easy pizza today. Anybody could make it.
Yeah.
And it's like normal ingredients. You don't have to like go buy vegan cheese or anything like that. Make it all yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
I need to make a pizza for Veganuary still. Yeah. I like to make a pizza for every month.
Yeah. I think I always do. Make a pizza every month.
Yeah, I make pizzas a lot.
I think it's been like what? Maybe 3 weeks is the longest I've gone without pizza.
Can a caveman make it? Well, I made it, so if I can make it, caveman can make it.
You can't make a pizza without eggs. I call shenanigans on the stream. Well, I mean, I guess I did have no egg Craig there, and you know, he kind of eggs.
I said no eggs. Come on, Chris.
I don't make pizza every day. No. Maybe I do up here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of pizza every day.
I mean, yeah, pizza probably cross my mind at least once a day.
Pizza. Dessert pizza. Deep dish pizza.
I hope you plan on posting on Instagram and recording video while you're in Ethiopia. I don't know what the
internet situation was?
Yeah, I know when I go there, B told me that I could just basically use my old phone, and he said I could just have it unlocked because I was like, oh, it's like, and basically I'm bringing over all the other old phones that he said that people there can just start using because they don't have that many phones there.
Are you going to be able to use your new phone there? Or
probably not, because it's locked into Verizon, and I looked on the website to call Verizon, they don't offer anything.
It's like, what? You don't?
But B said he brought him over. He's like, just bring over the old phones anyway. You can use one of your old phones. He's like, they can unlock anything here. I was like, okay. So we're just gonna have them unlocked, and then I'm just gonna leave it there for someone else to use.
Yes. Yes, I've made many dessert pizzas in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea when you will do the video on the sourdough bread? Yes, I probably will be doing it next, but I just filmed. Actually, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I just told you about the video that I filmed yesterday. I want to post that tomorrow, but I don't know. Maybe I could do the sourdough one. I could start that. Sourdough one is going to be 2 videos because it's 2 parts. I got to do the starter, and then I got to do the sourdough bread itself. So it's a long process. It'll take an entire day.
Devona Jennings said she has got to run.
I think it's Devana because she messaged me and told me how to pronounce it. Because I asked, she didn't. She wasn't like this. I asked. I said it because me and John were pronouncing it differently. But wherever you got to go, have fun. Thanks for watching.
Oh, so what did you put on? You said you've made dessert pizza before. What did you put on it?
Either like a blueberry or a cherry with like a cookie crumb and icing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like just a cookie cake.
Or like apple too, like almost like an apple one.
Wow.
Yeah. Dessert pizza in my tummy. Silence.
Yeah, Linda said it's exciting. I'm going to be. It's a place she would never go, but sounds interesting. Yeah, I never thought I would go either, but I'm kind of surprised I'm going. But this is going to be my first time actually leaving the country. But I'm going to go to Toronto first because that's where our flight is taken off from. Is direct to Addis Ababa. So
I was saying I don't think I would ever go unless I had a first class ticket because there's no way I could sit in coach. I'm so claustrophobic. His flight is going to be what? 13 hours, and on the way back it's 16 hours. Like, what? Mm-hmm. Like straight flight too, right? The way back you're stopping.
Yeah, I'm stopping in Dublin on the way back.
Yeah.
So technically I will be in Ireland.
He's going to be in Ireland.
Yeah. But I'm excited to go to Toronto. So I've never been to Toronto before, but I was thinking Doomies is somewhere I'd want to go. I've heard good things about that.
I heard they closed that down there.
Oh, it was in Veganism Brewery. They have it.
Okay, so they reopened it?
Yeah, so it's not like just Doomies. It's in the Veganism Brewery. They have a menu for Doomies.
Okay. Because I heard that they had it there and then they closed it down.
Yeah. Yeah, even on like their Instagram, it just says go to Veganism Brewery to find their menu or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. We're planning on doing that maybe when it gets nicer out too, right? Go back up to
do videos so there. For at least for Veganism, Toronto Veganism, and that's in August because I don't think I'm going back to running camp this year. But that's always the same weekend as Veganism, so now I'll finally be able to go.
Nice.
Do I have video ideas while I'm in Ethiopia? Probably not. I mean, I just kind of want to use it to just experience Ethiopia. I don't want to spend time just like, because when you do make a video, you're like planning out the video. You're not really like in the moment for like whatever it is that you're trying to do. And I'd like to just,
enjoy
hang out. Yeah, enjoy it.
I don't think I could do that. I can't detach myself from always wanting to capture something on camera.
Yeah, that's how I used to feel. And then I started not doing it and then it got easier.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how you feel about vlogs, but I hate doing vlogs. Like just like doing something for like shooting something for like a whole day. I hate doing that.
Yeah, I did Vlogmas. So.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like
yeah.
I've done that before. I've made a lot of videos like that, but I would much rather prefer just doing like a recipe video or just like doing a video and then being done with it instead of like doing a whole.
Well, we kind of did a vlog yesterday. It was exhausting by the time I got home. It was funny because I was helping him start a YouTube channel. I was sitting at the table just like this with him. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta do this. Okay, now do this. And then I was like this. I was like, and I fell asleep. He's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, are you sure you're okay to drive home? I'm like, yep, I'm good. But I was like falling asleep as I was at the table.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would be that tiring, just like holding up a camera or something. But
well, I mean, not only that, it's like I got very little sleep.
Yeah.
And, I went out there.
They're notorious for that.
Yeah, I was up editing and then I woke up again to go out and meet with him at a certain time. Martino says, great to catch you guys live. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Cynthia says, hey everyone. Hey Cynthia. Don't make pineapple pizza, please. Too late. We already did it a long time ago.
I know. I will keep doing it.
Yep.
When am I coming to Toronto?
Our first video together had pineapple on it.
Yeah. I'm just going to Toronto. I'm just spending the night in a hotel, and then we're just leaving in the morning. So I'm not going to be there for very long.
Mel loves watching vlogs. Vlogs are really fun to watch, but making them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys have snow? We don't have any snow because it was 64 degrees yesterday. Which is weird because Syracuse is the snowiest city in the United States, and we haven't really had much snow this year.
It's definitely not the snowiest area. There's way snowier places, but technically,
out of cities, populated cities, it is the snowiest.
Yeah.
And it's always like a tie. It's always a battle between us and Buffalo, and we always beat them by a little bit.
Usually.
Let's see what else we have here. Veganism Brewery, just down the road from where Doomies was. So Doomies was there, but now they put it in the brewery. Okay. Do more mukbangs. Yeah, I don't mind doing them. I'm full now though. I always enjoy Craig's Aldi videos with his mom. We just were at that. We were just at Aldi.
Yeah, we just shot an Aldi video for Chris's channel.
Actually, I got in trouble for calling it Aldi. First, when I first started doing this years ago, I got in trouble for calling it Aldi's. And then I'm like, it's Aldi. And then they're like, no, you're saying it wrong. It's not Aldi. So I'm not really sure how to say it.
It definitely is Aldi.
No, they're saying it's like Aldi or something.
You can never do anything.
I know. We can never do it. There's always room for criticism.
Beth used to live in Binghamton. That's not too far away.
Wait, where? Ooh. I used to live in Binghamton. Oh, yeah. Binghamton's like an hour from us. Produce likes muckadoos better. We kind of stopped doing those, though.
Yeah.
You didn't really... They weren't fun. We didn't want to do them.
I am going to start to vlog, but I'm not going to edit them.
Oh.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck on that. I mean, I guess you'll get used to the process, but...
Well, I guess if you're not going to edit them, then with that...
I don't
know what that would...
Maybe she's just getting... I know she's starting a channel, but...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she's trying to get used to... I would recommend just edit them. Edit them and put them up, you know? And you'll see, like I said, in the video I posted, the last video I posted here, where I talk about how to get rid of your fear of being on camera. You just gotta do it, and you'll see yourself grow. Like my first video, it's cringy. I don't even like to watch it. Mm-hmm. But like I don't even like to watch any of my videos. But like I put them up now. It's like I edit them and I put it up and I go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Right, Vegan Life Care said that her husband's gonna edit them.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Because I was like, how are you gonna upload them if you don't edit them?
Well, there you go. So they are gonna be edited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's pronounced Adele. I'm going to Adele today to pick up some produce.
Mm-hmm. Any New Year resolutions? I feel like we feel the same way about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, I don't do them. Like I feel like I just want to stick with what I do all year long, and not do like, okay, I'm going to start doing this, because if I want to do something, it doesn't matter if it's New Year's or not. I do it right then.
Yeah, just do it.
Brian says there's an Aldi in Gainesville, Florida. I was not impressed. I used to live in Gainesville, Florida, and I don't think there was nothing there when I was there. That was a long time ago. That was 20 years ago, but I don't think there was any vegan places there, vegan-friendly places, and I don't remember the names of any of them. In fact, I didn't really do much there except for go to school and play EverQuest. Those were the days. I do not add the S to Aldi. I was reprimanded for doing that in one of my early videos. They're like, "You wouldn't go to Targets, would you?" And I'm like, "Good point." And everybody says Aldi's. Like everybody around here says, "We're going to Aldi's." I'm like, "Oh, are you? Well, I'm gonna go to Aldi and I'll meet you there."
Which ones are you going to?
Yeah, which one? Just the one down the street. Yeah. Which ones? Aldi's what? Aldi's what? What does Aldi's own? Beth says, I shared your video about the grocery market with the discount stuff. My friends in Binghamton are stoked. Thank you. I'm not sure which one you shared because I got a ton of those, but thanks for doing that. Yeah. They say it's coming in April. Binghamton's also supposed to there's supposed to be a vegan place there. I forget the name of it. I was supposed to go down there, and then they said they were closing back up, and they wouldn't be open until a month or two later. So they're probably open now, but I don't remember the name of them. Sorry, guys.
Well, Laura said she's actually grocery shopping to shoot her first video. So wish her luck.
Oh, cool. Good luck on that. Yes. Gainesville has a lot of vegan stuff now. Cool.
Martine said that she wants to start a YouTube channel, but he or she
is Dutch.
Yeah,
and that the audience is not that big. Still debating whether to do. Well, then do just that. You know, you could do it in English if your English is okay, which obviously it is because you're talking to me.
It was perfect grammar.
Better than ours, yeah. So a lot of people that I see in other countries do it in English because there's more people watch it that way. But you could also do it in both. I mean, there's people like there's people that do an English version and then they do like a Spanish version.
Oh, that's a lot of work. But
it is a lot of work, but if you...
Or there's people like naturally Stephanie who like English is her first language, but she has such a thick accent that until I actually met her and hung out with her for like a week, I couldn't understand what she was saying. But by the end of the week, I was like, oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But she has like a lot of followers, and like to Americans, most Americans, she's very hard to understand unless you watch a lot of her videos. You
could put the subtitles, the closed caption subtitles, and you could put in like your whole thing in Dutch, but actually do it in English, so you could appeal to both. That's kind of a plus that you have that we don't, because I can't write in another language or do anything. Which I was just watching some videos. I don't know, you've probably seen them where somebody goes to like another country, or they go to like like Chinatown of New York City or whatever, and they appear to be like clueless American that doesn't speak anything but English, and they start talking to them, and then all of a sudden they speak perfect Mandarin, and then they're like, oh my god, and they start talking, and their faces light up.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah. And I'm like, because I at one point was trying to learn different languages when I was trying to get in the FBI, and I never stuck with it because there was nobody to talk to. But I was thinking the other night, you know what? Maybe I better pull out the Rosetta Stone and try another language again, just because.
Mm. Yeah, I took Italian in high school, and then I was like, I'm never gonna use this. I feel like language is one of those things that if you don't use every day, you're not gonna remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Parlor City Vegan. That's the one in Binghamton. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mel says she watched Naturally Stephanie. She's cool. Yeah, we like her.
English people don't like subs. You mean, well, it's closed caption. You can put the subtitles on or take them off. Like, so you do it in post, like through YouTube. So everything you're saying is translated after. Don't do it in the video because you're right. People don't like to see it. I don't know if you already speak the language and text is coming up in English. It's like you find yourself not really watching the video and reading it. It's like, I don't need to read this.
Yeah. Martine, I don't know if I'm butchering your name, but Martine said that, they always, what am I saying? Thanks for the compliments on my English. I would have an accent, but I always hear that I sound British. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you should just do it because you could either wonder if it would ever be a good idea or you could just do it and find out.
Yeah.
That's what I'd rather do.
The best thing to do is just like get in there and do it and be you and make a channel. And
the worst thing that could happen is not that many people find it, and that's the worst thing that could happen.
But that might not even be worse if that's not what you're looking for. If you just want to make content so people can see it and
but I'm just saying, like, that's the worst thing that would happen. You're not gonna like lose your job. You're not gonna like get sick. Nothing really bad's gonna happen.
Hello, Ash Barcelona from Spain.
Oh, watch any good shows on Netflix?
I just so I watched The Witcher. Mm-hmm. That was good. This isn't. I think it's on Amazon. I just finished both seasons of Jack Ryan with Jim from The Office. Mm-hmm. That was really good.
I thought it was a movie. It's a
show?
It's
a series. Oh. Yeah, and that kept my attention. So that was really good. It reminded me kind of like 24, Jack Bauer. And I just last night I watched the first episode of the new series Dracula, and like Dracula's my favorite movie, my favorite horror movie at least. And I love Dracula, and just seeing how they redid it, it's pretty cool. I still like Gary Oldman as the Dracula, the Dracula, but they got a new guy doing it, and it's interesting. I'm on the first episode. I got to watch the second one now. Mm-hmm. As far as Netflix goes, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I watched one episode of The Witcher, and then I just downloaded the rest because I was like, I've got a 13-hour flight.
Yeah, The Witcher was good. I like The Witcher. I still have not got that song out of my head, though, since I was over here for the New Year's party. Mm-hmm. Every single day, I'm tossing a coin to my Witcher. I even bought the video game, and I was playing that on Twitch, too.
Yeah, is that good?
Yeah, it's good. I have watched a little bit. I watched the first episode of The Dark Crystal on Netflix, and I gotta say, like, it's just not, I don't know, I couldn't really get into it. The Dark Crystal, the original movie, is one of my favorite movies. I watched it as a kid. It's got that nostalgia feeling to it, and it's just not doing it now. It's like there's so much to like remember. I don't know. It wasn't doing it, and I kind of stopped watching it.
I can't sleep on planes.
You can't either?
No.
I always find myself falling asleep right when I get on the plane, and as soon as it takes off, I'm awake, and I'm awake for the rest of the flight.
I can't sleep sitting up.
Yeah.
That's probably that.
Yeah. I really have to... it's a real mind struggle for me because, like, I'm so claustrophobic, and I know once I get on that plane... Like, I need to sit there and, like, just be okay and just not think about claustrophobia because I will freak out. And so I absolutely like, I used to be okay with a window seat because I would just look out the window. Mm-hmm. But now, like, being in a window seat, unless there's nobody else in my row, like, if I look over and I know that I'm kind of trapped in there, I will freak out. And just thinking about right now is making me want to do that. So I always have to be in the aisle now. And... there's no way if somebody says, well, the only seat we have for you is a middle seat, I won't board the plane. Mm-hmm. I don't care if I'm in like another state or something. I can't get on it because I'm gonna freak out. It's got worse over time.
Pros and pills, so no going out of the country for you? Like you were saying, you'd probably have to get like first class or like maybe business or like something where you can like have more leg room, or just buying extra leg room.
Well, you know what? It depends on going out of the country because I fly to California, and on the flight there it's like 7 or 8 hours. On the flight back, it's a lot shorter. And there's usually a layover, but it's a long flight, and I fly out there, and I feel like I could get right over to England in the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I could probably do that, but if it was a really long flight, like 10 hours or more, I probably can't do it unless I have a first class seat. Mm-hmm. And that has nothing to do with, wanting to be like classy. I need first class. It's just, it's the room,
The claustrophobia.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story. When I was in California and I was coming back home, I was with John. We were at Expo. We were coming back. So this is years ago because John hasn't been there in quite some time. Probably 4 or 5 years ago. And when I was checking in, I wasn't even boarding yet. I was checking in to give him my bag, and I asked the girl, I said, hey, is there any aisle seats? Can I get an aisle seat? And she's like, I'm going to look for you. I'm going to try to get you an aisle seat. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like really claustrophobic. She was really, really nice. I've never had this before. And she's like, yeah, I got you an aisle seat. So me and John was in the middle. I was in an aisle. I was like, yes. So now because I was so like worried about not being able to get an aisle seat. Mm-hmm. So I get on the plane, I get in the aisle seat, and I'm all settled in. I'm sitting, John's right here, and I'm in the aisle seat. And all of a sudden I hear Chris Cooney come up front, and I'm like, what the heck did I do? So
it was everyone else just like, ooh.
Well, people were like, I think John said something like that. Oh my God, you're in trouble. I'm like, what'd I do? So I walk up there, and they're like, no, this is a 747. This is a nice, this isn't like one of like the little planes. This is the big plane. Mm-hmm. And they say, hey, we have a complimentary upgrade for you if you want it. It was first class seat. It was its own seat, no seats next to it. It had divider walls on it. Oh, wow. It was like the best first class I've personally ever seen. And I'm like, no, that's okay. Because I'm like, well, then I would like be leaving John behind. I feel
like John would understand.
I know, but like, I was like, no, I don't want to leave my buddy behind. So I go all the way back there and I sit down, and they're like, what was it? I'm like, oh, they wanted to give me a complimentary first class seat. And I said no. He goes, why'd you say no? And then the lady in front of me looked at me. She goes, yeah, why'd you say no? And I'm like, well, okay, maybe I'll go back there. So I start walking back up to get it, and then there's already somebody in there, and I'm like, turn back around. I'm like, all right, I just missed out on probably the chance of a lifetime. I don't know if I'll ever have a first class seat.
I've flown first class before, I think like twice, and it was basically just because I needed room to, like, I needed to get some work done like now, and I needed to get it done by the time I'm off my plane, and I didn't have room like with with the seat. Basically my computer laptop would be like angled this way like this, so I just need to get some work done. And it was like a pretty short flight, so I think it was like $80 extra.
Okay.
So that wasn't like, it was a pretty short flight, so that was my only experience with first class.
15 hours from Japan, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they want to know what my plan is for bringing food. So I actually called Ethiopian Airlines ahead of time, and I told them that I'm going to need a vegan option for the food, and they said okay. And I'm basically just planning on bringing a loaf of bread, peanut butter and jelly, or almond butter and jelly, to the hotel, and I'll just make some sandwiches before we get on the hotel, or before we get on the plane. I just don't want to make them here, have them sit like in the bag for like 2 days or whatever, like a day, and then. Well, yeah.
Why would you even do that? Yeah.
So I'll just have extra peanut butter and jellies. Like I'll probably make like 2 of them. Probably have like a Cliff Bar or 2. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing fancy.
What is that saying? You should be more selfish about what you really want, Chris. Think about it.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Is that saying you should be more selfish about what you really want?
Yeah. I probably should have taken that first class seat, but that's my story. I didn't take it, and I sat with John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure like if you told John, he'd be like, "Oh, nice."
Well, he was like, "What?" He goes, "I don't know why you didn't take it. I would have taken it."
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he probably would have done it.
I'm like, "Oh, you don't want to like hang out and talk on the flight?" He's like, "Shut up, I'm going to sleep." I'm like, "Oh."
No, if they offered that to me, well, first, if they offered that to me, I'd say no, give it to Chris because he's claustrophobic, I'm not. But if it was only for me or not anyone, I would just take it.
Yeah. I would, if I could go back in time, I would take it.
Yeah.
I was a little bit nicer back then. I was like, no, it's okay.
Too nice.
Yeah, I was too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we go anywhere, like when we're driving, and we're going with a bunch of people, you always make sure I sit in shotgun because like a lot of times I will drive myself places because I don't want to get in a situation where I'm stuck in the back of a car because that's happened too. And yeah, when I say I'm claustrophobic, I'm real bad.
Yeah, whenever we're driving anywhere, I'm always just making sure that Chris gets shotgun or he's driving.
Yeah. Yeah, I either have to drive or sit in a area where there's a lot of room. And that's not me just being difficult either. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah. Oh, people always get front seat, yeah.
I don't understand how people that are taller than me or bigger do it. Like sitting in like a middle seat, like of coach. I can't. Just seeing somebody like scrunch in there makes me claustrophobic. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You used to hate MRI until you fell asleep. I couldn't do an MRI. I needed to get an MRI, and I went in there and I looked at it, and I'm like, this doesn't look like the one that I saw in house. You know, because that's a TV one. It was huge when I saw it on house. I'm like, oh, I could do that. That's nothing. Yeah. But this one was like, no. I'm like, there's no way I can do this. And they're like, all right, go take off your clothes and put this on and make sure there's no metal on you and put it all in the locker and come back out here. And I'm like, my heart's beating faster. And I'm like, and I put on the gown and I come back in there and then I'm like, and they're like, okay, go lay down this. I'm like, can I go feet first? And they're like, no, you got to go head first. And I'm like, okay. And I get down on it and it puts me all the way in. And as soon as they put headphones on you so you can talk to them. Yeah. Like, just relax and go in there. As soon as it went in, as soon as I was all the way in, I was like, can you hear me? They're like, yeah, we can hear you. And I'm like, I can't do this. And they're like, really I got out, I put my clothes back on, and I left.
What was it for?
Because I needed back surgery.
Oh, back, okay.
I ended up doing an open MRI, which I was still claustrophobic, but it was still, I was able to do it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did basically like a closed casket MRI.
Yeah, you just go to sleep.
No, I didn't really care. The only thing, they were like just make sure you like stop moving so much. I was like, I'm still. What are you talking about? I know. I was like so mad. I was like, what? How can I be more still than I already am?
They told that to me a bunch of times.
I was like, are you?
They're like, if you keep moving, we got to do it all over again.
What am I gonna stop breathing for like 5 minutes?
I think so where it starts for me is so if I just laid down and closed my eyes, I could go into one thinking about it, and I would be okay until I think about it and I think about my situation, and then I get claustrophobic. Like, for instance, if I'm in there and all of a sudden I'm like, well, wait a minute, I want to go like this with my arms and be able to have my space, and I'm like, I know for a fact I can't do that, then I start freaking out. Yeah. Because the last time it happened to me bad was 2 years ago in New York City, and I was in a big crowd of people, and I had my coat on, and it was just...
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, it was by Rockefeller Center. Yeah. And it was all sanctioned off, so the crowd just crushed in, and we were all crushed in on everybody. And I was literally okay at that point until all of a sudden, I'm like, the word claustrophobia went through my head. I'm like, oh my God. And I couldn't move, and I started trying to push the person in front of me so I'd have a little bit of distance. And then I ripped my coat off, and I took my coat off, and I go, oh shit. And then the person next to me looked at me like I felt like they thought something bad was like going on, like the B word, like bomb or something. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, I didn't care. I'm like, so then I stood on my tippy toes to see how far this crowd was, and I looked, and I couldn't see an end, and I started freaking out real bad. And there's a whole vlog of me doing it.
Lavish Living Legend said that yoga and herbal oils will fix anything, but I think she's just kidding. Oh. Sleep tanks. I haven't done sleep tank. I did a sensory deprivation tank. I just got bored and left early because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, the sleep tank?
It wasn't a sleep tank. It was. You could have
the water one.
Yeah, like the salt water one. I was so bored. I was just like, the whole time I was like, I just want to leave early. It's like all
dark and you're just floating.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Like, I want to do it, but I also want to know that the second I got claustrophobic, I could get out.
Yeah, you just walk out. Oh, you're not locked or anything.
It's like I'm trying to just stand up. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and then like there was definitely enough room that I could like move my arms and legs and stuff. Like I could just like lay there and not touch anything.
Do I try breathing exercises? I can control most of it in my head pretty well. But there are times that like I can pick like maybe a few times out in my life that I was like really bad. One of them I was on a subway in DC when I worked there. That was unfortunate. And the other one was the Rockefeller Center one, which was really bad. And then I think it all really stemmed from when I was in like 6th grade. I was, I think it was recess. And we were in the gymnasium and there was a bunch of gym mats rolled up and you could crawl in it. And they're like, oh, Chris, crawl in there. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I crawled in real quick and they all sat on it. And I couldn't get out and I was freaking out and they wouldn't get off. Like I was freaking out. I was turned all red. I was really, and then when I finally got out, I was like, my face was all red and like I think I was crying and I was really, really bad. I thought I was going to die and not be able to breathe. And, you know, I mean, I think times were definitely different back then. The gym teacher just looked at me and was like, oh, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I'm like, they did this. He goes, nah, boys will be boys. And I'm like, I almost died. You know, and it's like,
I'm going to go see if we turn off the album because it might have not.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did.
Okay, can you hear it click?
Craig, I can't do this without you. Okay, so yeah, that's I think that's pretty much where it stemmed from because when I was littler than that, I used to crawl into small spaces and I got trapped in a sleeping bag once, but I remember hiding in a toy box for a long time just to have the benefit to scare my little brother. I just peeped through a little hole. What? Your turn?
I'm just raising my hand.
Oh, Craig.
Yes, Craig?
Yes, Craig.
We have two. Do you want to try those two things we got at Aldi on camera, or do you want to just try them yourself sometime?
We could, but I'm like so full right now. If you want to try them,
no, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if you want
We got a few new things at Aldi. I think I just did a video at Aldi, but we went there just now and I found a couple things that are new.
Yeah.
Or at least one thing that was new.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them before there.
Yeah, there was the cauliflower. We could show them.
Yeah, I can grab it. Dude, the kitchen smells so good right now.
Oh,
yeah.
The other secret thing that you guys are going to see soon.
Oh, I can give him a hint that won't give anything away.
Oh, yeah, what?
The hint that... Alright, I'll just come back and tell him. So I can give you guys a hint that will not give anything away.
No, we're good.
You shouldn't have.
This is a French onion hope cashew almond dip. So I grabbed this because a lot of you guys in the comments said it was really good. Never had it. And no, I bought chips.
You bought chips?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was one of the new products.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then this. I've had a lot of their products, but I never actually had the taco one. This is Loma Linda. Hey, Linda. And it says vegan right there on the back. I haven't had this. Some of their products are hit, some of them are miss. I will say that.
This is nice. It says vegan right on it.
So these say vegan right on them. The cauliflower tortilla chips, the nacho flavored. I love it when it's nacho flavored and it's vegan because it's nacho average non-vegan. So we got those, and we were gonna try these. If you want to try them, go ahead. I'm really full.
I can try them.
That pizza and that water really filled me up.
Mostly the water, probably.
Yeah.
Some high calorie water.
Yeah.
But anyway, the hint that won't give anything away probably is that I can smell the nutmeg in there.
Ooh. Yeah.
But if you found out what it was, you'd be like, "There's nutmeg in that." So that's why I'm just like, it's not gonna give anything away. Okay, so I'm just gonna try this.
Do your best. Share the rest. And that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Is it? Now you got to try it with one of these. And that's what the chip looks like. It's a chip. Have you guys ever seen a chip? It's very...
I've never seen a chip.
Oh, you know what? Some of them aren't. This one has like a lot of flavoring dust on it, like a Dorito or something. Mm-hmm. I don't want it though. You can have it.
Do you want to eat one?
I don't even want one right now. I'm like really full.
Okay.
I've been eating really, really good this entire...
dip is really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you guys were right then. It was you guys that told me.
This dip and the nacho chips are really good.
You got trapped in a sleeping bag too when you were in elementary. That's about... Actually, I don't even know if I was in elementary school yet. I might have been like kindergarten or maybe elementary, maybe first. I don't know. I got in it and I was trying to be a magician. You know, I'm like, I can get out of anything. You know, like give me all the keys, put them in my mouth. Oh, good old anything. handcuffs and everything. I got in the sleeping bag, and somehow I just got trapped in it. I couldn't get out, and I'm like, freaking out.
Somehow I got trapped, like Michael Scott in his straight jacket. He's like, no, so no matter how much you beg and plead, we're not supposed to help you out. No.
And he drops the key right away, and then Jim puts his foot on it. Oh man, it's hard at first when you start watching Jack Ryan. It's really hard not to take him seriously because you think it's Jim.
Someone they wanted to know if I put on some muscle, and I've been working out. You've been working out for a long time, but you're gonna join my gym.
Your gym, yes.
Or we're probably
because I've been doing a different work. I've been doing more calisthenic, which doesn't get you big. It just keeps you toned.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
And you've been working out what? And I went to the gym with him the other day. Because every time I go with him as a guest, I can go anytime as a guest, but I got to pay $10. So it just makes more sense to actually get that membership. The only reason why, it's not that I don't want to go. The only reason why I didn't is because it's not like it's not too far, but it's far enough that it's going to be like, well, if we're at the gym for an hour and my driving distance is about roughly
like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, depending on traffic, everything. It's going to be like a whole 2-hour thing, but. If we can, and that doesn't seem like too long to some people, but when you're, busy all day shooting video and editing video, that's, especially when you have to get videos out and stuff. Yeah, and I want to be able to go every day.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I go like 5 days a week now.
And your sister goes too. Kara goes. So, and she texted me the other night and asked if I was going to sign up because you're leaving, and she wanted someone to go with.
Wait, are you going with her then?
Yeah, if I sign up,
okay.
And by the time you leave, it was either that one. I really like the gym near my house, but nobody goes there, and I really hate going to the gym by myself.
Yeah. So they were talking about. They said Simnett looks pretty big. So what Chris is talking about.
He's actually really little. Like I mean, he's like that.
Yeah. No, but so what they're talking about, so Simnett, he lifts weights. I mean, he does like calisthenics and stuff too. I know that. I mean, I don't want to speak for him because I'm not him, obviously. But I know that when he does do calisthenics, I think sometimes he does like weighted stuff. Like he does stuff where like he won't like. Sometimes you have to do reps of like 25.
Yeah, I really need to like instead of doing that, like I need to get heavier weights or. Yeah. Put a weight belt on.
Yeah, so like Simnett can like do weighted pull-ups, but you don't have gym membership right now, so you can just do normal pull-ups.
I wouldn't even do weighted pull-ups in my house because it's in a door frame. I'll probably pull the whole thing down.
So it's usually you'll see more hypertrophy if you lift between like the 6 to 12ish rep range, but if you have to do 25 reps in order to get a good workout, like you're not going to get that big. But I don't think Simnett does that even when he does do calisthenic type stuff. He does like a lower.
Ash goes to the jacuzzi pool sauna for 4 hours every day. I have too much time. It's kind of boring. Wish I was busy. That sounds pretty awesome.
Start a YouTube channel. That'll take up a lot of your time.
There you go. Like I made a YouTube channel about how boring everything is, and I realized it wasn't boring when I started the YouTube channel. Are the Lomas at the dollar store smaller? I see them for like $1. $3.99 to $5. Why would they be $5.99 at a dollar store? I need to do another video at the dollar store, so I'll find that out soon. But I haven't been. I've only been to the dollar store a couple times ever, and they were both times that I did videos there. 3 times, I think.
Did we get all the questions out above?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you guys ever thought about being real estate agents? I don't really know anything about real estate. I bought a property with B, and then he's the landlord, but I was like the money guy. But that was it. That was my only connection.
In like 1998 or something like that, I went and got my real estate license because I thought that's what I wanted to do. This is like after I moved away from home, lived in Florida, decided to come home, and I wanted to do something, so I went and got my real estate license. I never used it, and then I ended up trying to be a financial advisor. I started studying that, and then I just was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to college. So I went to school. So technically I don't know if I still have it, but I was certified real estate.
Mel said that she was going to the gym with her son, but now he goes with his friends, so now she has to go alone.
Do you want to know my reason why I never did the real estate thing? I was too shy to actually talk to people. I was like, well, I got the license now, but I'm way too shy to actually have a conversation with somebody or a stranger or something like that.
Mm-hmm. No,
so
you're not.
I'm not anymore. No.
Do we both have jobs outside of YouTube? Nope.
Nope, not anymore. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Real estate agents are obsessed with making money. A lot of people are obsessed with making money.
Are we traveling anywhere this year? We're both going to LA probably twice. Well, we're going to Anaheim and then probably Hollywood.
Yeah. We're doing. Well, I'm going to stay out there too. You're staying out there a little bit longer also.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to Expo West in March. That's the beginning of March, and we're both going to stay there for a little bit longer. I'll probably be staying right outside of LA. We're staying in Anaheim for the first few days for the expo. And then after that, in June, we're going to the Vegan YouTube house, which is Hollywood again?
Probably Hollywood. I'm just saying, I think Hollywood. I don't know.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I got better with I definitely did. And that was all. I credit that to this channel, to, well, the other channel, technically. But
And then we'll both be going to Toronto in August.
yeah, so a lot of places.
Maybe we'll both go to New York City in September. We're going to a lot of places together this year.
Yeah. I wanna go all over, and I want John to come too, because now he's finally like, okay, I've realized that I should be going to different places and doing things for, like, you know. So
Oh, he could be your helper at.
I asked him,
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I don't see. They made it really hard to get in now.
Oh, really?
You can't get anybody in. I can't get anybody in. You can't get anybody else in.
I thought you could have support, because I told Kat that she could be my support.
You need to find a way to get her in, because I can't get somebody in anymore.
Oh, really?
They used to let us get somebody.
Yeah, like last year, Christelle and her boyfriend, like, he helped her or whatever. He was like her.
Yeah, she had it through somebody else. So
really?
The way I got somebody was because a company that I've been sponsored with or something, they have a certain amount of passes to give out, so they gave me an extra one. But I don't think I had one last year. So they made the criteria a little bit harder now. It used to be like you needed 5,000 subscribers to get in. Now I think you need like 20,000.
Yeah, last year I think it was 20K.
Yeah, something like that. And they took away your ability to get somebody else in. So you should look into that before you guys purchase anything.
Yeah. Babu wants to know if you can imagine having a wolf in your house.
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them. I got Indy and Zeke.
Is Zeke part wolf?
Oh, they both are.
Oh, really?
No.
Because I forgot if you said that Indy's 100% German Shepherd or if he's like part wolf and German Shepherd.
There's actually a wolf sanctuary that my friend works with out in Hamilton, which is near Hamilton, which is like an hour from here. It's kind of closer to my parents.
Have we read the 4-Hour Workweek? Yeah, I like the 4-Hour Workweek. Did you ever
I haven't read it, but I know about it.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot about just like making sure whatever you're doing is actually useful for your time, because you can be like, oh, I did 8 hours worth of work today, but really you only did like 2 hours worth of work that was actually like needed to get done or helps you make money or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because there's a lot of people that like will like read through. I do this, like when I'm bored I just like check my email, and so like in the book it just said like your rule is like you check your email like once a week at this certain time, and then the rest you don't check your email like the rest of the week, in order to like just like save time, and just like and it just talks also about like outsourcing, like delegating, and like having other people like help you with stuff. So it's useful if you want to just like be more efficient with your time.
I can't really do that because I have urgent things that I have to get to, like you know, because I sell merchandise, shirts and stuff like that. If anybody's like asking me questions like, hey, can you, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it could be different for everybody. Like, you could just do, like, I only check it at noon every day. Or noon and 6 p.m.
I actually don't check it that much. I do other things.
I check it too much.
Yeah. Especially when I put up a new video, most of the time I'm checking it all the time. There's sometimes I put it up and, like, forget it. Or I have it scheduled to go up at 8 in the morning. I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, oh, I posted a video hours ago. I wonder how that's doing. And then I go check it out, and I read all the comments. But, yeah, I was talking to, so we were talking about, I want to go to New York City too, like a day trip or something. It's not that far away. Let's see. The Syracuse University Animal Defense Fund is having an auction in the future. If you guys are looking to donate stuff. I have like, I don't know what kind of stuff are they looking for. Because there's stuff I want to, I don't know if it would be for that, but. I have like, you know, I do T-shirt Thursday. Over the last few years. I have like 70 shirts that I want to just go donate. I don't want to give it to like Goodwill or anything where they resell it. I just want to give it.
There's a shelter, not maybe, I don't know if it's necessarily a shelter, but there's a place called In My Father's Kitchen. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But they just like give it to people, homeless people in Syracuse. Like I've given like coats, sleeping bags, stuff like that. Did I ever get an itchy back when I had my autoimmune disease? No.
PMA is donating gift cards.
What's wrong with Goodwill, Chris?
Where is Jared Leto?
I'll put these away.
What's wrong with Goodwill? Nothing except for like I don't want it to be resold. I don't want to donate stuff that's going to be resold. I want my stuff given for free to shelters or people that are in need of it. Like I don't want them to like resell it. Craig reminds me of Sid Caesar.
Sid Caesar. Who the heck is that?
Well, what's our timer look like? Another hour?
Yeah, another hour.
Yeah, so our pizza mukbang is over with, but you know, we're still taking live questions if you guys are just joining us. Favorite Starbucks drink? I don't get anything from Starbucks. I think I had a soy milk steamer there once. Just like a chocolate soy milk steamed. I don't do like I've never had coffee before.
I have, it tastes bad.
Craig doesn't like it either.
I hate coffee.
I don't know if I like it or not. I just never had it.
It's gross tasting.
Chris reminds me of Chris. I remind me of Chris sometimes. Yep, that's me.
That's true. You've never really seen Craig and John in the same place at the same time.
Craig and John, yeah. You never see John and Craig together.
That's what I'm saying.
They never really hung out. When's the last time you guys hung out?
It was definitely with you.
It was when I put the pie in his face?
It was before. It was since then. A couple times I've seen John.
Because you were supposed to go to
yeah
the Mockingbird thing with me.
And then I just had too much to edit. I was like, yeah, I can do it. And then the day before I was like, I can't do it. I have too much that to get done.
Let's see. Ash wants to know if we have kids. We do not. You don't know who Sid Caesar is? I don't.
Mm-mm.
Do you? No. We didn't end up doing the vegan pop-up just because of John's back, but we are still talking about it. We're still talking about it, and I think he actually just talked to Jen, the co-owner of the Sweet Practice, which is the place that we're going to do it at. But right now, if you guys don't know about John's back, we did a couple of videos on that. It's like really bad. It's like curved.
Like scoliosis?
Yeah, that's what he has. Thanks for replying.
Chai is yum.
Young Frankenstein.
Oh, they were saying that's what I look like.
Oh, that's
too
really
young to know who Sid Caesar is. I could see maybe like a Boris Karloff Frankenstein. Like actually, when I was in middle school, kids would make fun of me because of just like I don't guess like how my face looked and like dark bags under my eyes, and they call me Frankenstein. So then I found a Frankenstein T-shirt and I started wearing it to school, and then they stopped making fun of me for calling me Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's real classy there.
They're like, all right, you want to call me Frankenstein? Go ahead. And they're like, oh man, now he's in on the joke.
Yeah. Too many napkins, Bapkins. When are y'all coming to the East Coast? We're already here.
Yeah.
We've been here all our lives. We're in New York. Like an S or a curve? It's like an S. Yeah.
It's an S or a C curve?
No, it's like an S. Let me show you the picture. John Ted.
Has he always had scoliosis?
Yes, but it's got a little bit worse over time. Way too many napkins. Okay, so that is his spine. You can't see the top of it, but it comes back up. But anyway, that's his spine. That's why we haven't done the pop-up yet. He's in a lot of pain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he did a whole video on this, and we did some live streams on it. It's bad. That's a front video. That's a front view. That's like a view like this. So his spine goes like this.
Wow. I wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at him. He doesn't look like he has that.
No, not at all. I mean, he kind of leans to one side, but like that's why he's been working at this garden center. He's been a manager of a garden center where he's done physical manual labor like for way too long, and it's just finally caught up to him, and he's just in so much pain. Babu, yeah, I think we know who. I know who you're talking about, but that's not very nice.
Actually, I've never seen John Craig together.
I know. I can't really recall either. Maybe you are John in disguise. It's like, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. Georgia. We should go down to Georgia for a vegan festival. I've never been to. I've driven through Georgia, but I've never been. Blame John Craig.
Would reverse therapy work for scoliosis? What is reverse therapy?
Reverse therapy? Yes, actually, yes. That's correct, Babu. Yep. That's correct.
What is that?
Reverse therapy?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's when all the energy from the galaxies come together and...
They reverse.
Yeah. Dark matter.
What are you both making for dinner tonight?
You're talking about reverse therapy, like inversion? Inversion? He does that. He's got an inversion table. Yes.
My dad does that sometimes. When I'm at the gym, sometimes after I'm done squatting, sometimes I'll just like hang from the like a pull-up bar, just like decompress my back a little bit.
Yeah, he does have a reverse chair that he does. But these are good questions to go ask him. So go over to follow his channel. Babu, if you're reading the chat, somebody else said reverse therapy, not you. So I wasn't talking to you. But yeah, go over afterwards and follow John's channel, The Vegan Homestead, and he's got a lot of videos where he talks about. Well, he's got one main one where he talks about his back, and he's going to be doing a lot more. And he does live streams every Tuesday, so you guys can always ask him about that, and he can give you the latest updates on his back. And if anybody else is kind of going through the same thing, maybe you guys can, trade stories and figure out if you guys can figure anything out.
Race Lover says, we are asking him. Craig is John.
Oh, I see. So Craig. I wonder what John's doing right now. What if I text John right now and your phone rings?
That's a good thing you didn't text.
What cheese did we use for the pizza today? We made our own. We used a cashew, nutritional yeast, and a few spices, and we just blended that up and we put that on top.
Yeah.
So we had a really healthy pizza today. It was all whole foods except for the crust was bought. It was a flatbread. So
from Aldi. Yeah, and the cheese was 1 cup of cashews, 1/4 cup of nooch, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and just a sprinkle of salt, and that was it. You just blend it.
Honestly, Babu, I'm not even going to respond to your questions. What's your favorite meal to eat when you're sick? The last time I was sick was Christmas, over a year ago. Not the last one, but over there. So I never get sick, but when I do, it's like maybe for a day. And when I was sick, I had no appetite. I couldn't eat. I didn't want to eat. But if you're asking like what things can make you feel better when you start to feel a cold or something, things that are good for your immune system are like, I like to juice turmeric root, fresh turmeric root, fresh ginger. Those are good. Those are good for boosting your immune system. I usually make a juice with those, and maybe I throw like a carrot or something in there to make it more like better to taste. It's not going to be a good tasting thing, but take a shot of that, and it for me, it usually, if I start to feel a little bit off, I don't get sick. So, but it's very rare for me.
Tracy wants to know when I'm going to be moving into the house that I bought. Never, because it is a rental property, and I can't make any money if I'm living in it.
God, and you have like a few places that you're renting. Yeah,
so it's one property. It's got 2 houses, I guess you could say, in 3 units. I think it's 2 1-bedrooms and 1 3-bedroom. But I'm never planning on moving in there.
My favorite meal for when I'm sick is pizza.
Kara was sick just the other day. She had like a really quick stomach virus. I didn't get it, thankfully. Knock on wood. But I went to the store to get her some ginger ale, and then I poured it into like her mason jar so she could drink it, and I just drank the little bit left in the bottle, and I just drinking ginger ale is just like, this just reminds me of being sick. I don't want to drink this. This is awful. It almost made me feel sick just drinking ginger ale.
Yeah.
Is Kat going to Ethiopia with me? Nope, just myself and B. I'm going over with me and my friend B.
Are you guys, Perth says, are you guys familiar with Sweet Natural Living channel? I'm not, are you?
No.
No?
Trail hiking or running? I don't do that really anymore, but I did do a lot of trail running when I ran cross country in high school, and I did a little bit in college.
We did some of that last summer. We went running
summer
through Green Lakes and everything. So we went through some trails and then around
with some hill sprints too.
A lake, a few, yeah.
Well, I use the term sprint loosely because it was like
that was the first one I ever did, and I was like, this sucks.
It was like maybe 40 seconds of running uphill. Yeah. And it was like kind of steep uphill.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for vegan trail shoes? So, I don't necessarily know how traily you need to get, like, cause I've always just used normal running shoes, like whether you're using road or, I don't really ever get trail shoes, but I like using Mizuno because they're all 100% vegan. You don't even have to check if they're vegan, they just are. So I think it's Mizuno and Brooks are 100% vegan. Newtons are all vegan. I think Ultra are 100% vegan. And then you can check to see if like certain Nikes or Adidas or New Balance are vegan. Some of them are, but like I said, my favorite one is Mizuno, and then Brooks and Ultra and Newton are all vegan.
Do we have running shoes for hiking? Actually, when we went camping, when we went up camping and got that pizza, we went camping. We have a video of it. I wore running shoes.
Yeah, I just wore running shoes too.
Yeah. Because I wanted to run if there was a bear.
I want a pair of Ultra shoes. Yeah, you actually have a pair of Ultra shoes. Those are the ones that I gave you that didn't fit me. And I got them for free because my brother-in-law worked at Fleet Feet, and then he gave them to me but they were too small, so I give them to Chris, and then Chris just has them in his car in case you forget your running shoes.
Yeah, they're in my car. Josh just pulled them out yesterday.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if you keep them in your car in case you forget them, or if those are just the ones you use.
Let's see, Chris, do you like Craig or John better? I like.
It's a trick question.
Pizza. I like pizza better. Yeah, that was a trick question. Doesn't ginger ale contain milk? I haven't heard that one.
It's just soda. Hoka 11 or Oni, I don't know which one it is. I've heard both. Has a vegan shoe line. Yeah, I've heard that they're vegan too.
Which one?
Hoka.
What is that?
It's just a running shoe company. I have a couple friends who are sponsored by Hoka. Free running shoes? Lucky? Yeah.
Tracy wanted to know, she saw Rachel, my roommate, at my family's Christmas gathering. She related to you. She's not related to me, but she's my best friend, and we do a lot of things together. So, yeah, she hangs out with my family and stuff.
How does soda help with sickness? Wouldn't it be worse?
I think it's the carbonation in it or something
that
settles the stomach.
And the ginger, too.
And it's funny because I just say go straight for the natural ginger root instead of the carbonation, but...
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I was told as a kid, like, oh, this will make you feel better. And it's like, I don't know, drinking soda.
Yeah. I don't know. It does, though. One time Kat had some food poisoning. We got her some ginger ale, and she started to feel better. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, Hench Herbivore. Yeah, I've never really watched any of his videos, but I know he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, I haven't. I've seen a couple of his videos, but I don't know him or anything. We've never talked.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like there's some of his fans are also in our chat. I guess that's cool.
Yeah. How often do we run? I try to run like 4 to 5 times a week, but I've only been running like 15 minutes a day, just like a little bit of cardio before lifting, because I've mostly been lifting. Because my whole life I used to mostly be a runner who would maybe sometimes lift a little bit, but now I'm just lifting weights and kind of running a little bit.
We ran the other day at the gym.
Yeah.
Before we started our workout.
Mm-hmm. That's how much more time we got.
I've never tried barefoot running. You know, when I was younger and I was like really into ninjutsu, I had ninja shoes which are called tabi boots, and they were almost like barefoot, and I would run in those, and I felt like I was like the wind running with those. But yes,
I
kind of want to get another pair.
I know barefoot running has like got pretty popular after the book. It was a running book. I forgot what it was called.
Hench Herbivore is another. He's a vegan that he's like fitness bodybuilder. Talks all about veganism. So another vegan positive channel.
Yeah. Do you prefer outdoor running or treadmill? I think everybody prefers outdoor running. I think everyone does anyway. I don't know anyone who prefers indoor. It's downstairs.
What are they singing?
Yeah, I think so. They got
somebody singing down there, and they're holding the note forever. And I'm like, what is that? The herbivore life says, I've seen quite a few ex-vegans going carnivore. Just wondered how they aren't always sick. They probably are if they're actually following a carnivore diet. But it's questionable if they actually are doing that or if they're just doing it for the views.
Yeah. Or I mean, if someone does something for a month, a lot of times you won't really feel the ill effects if you do it just for a month.
Yeah, they're gonna ruin their bodies somehow or another after time.
Mm-hmm. All right, how much longer do you want to stream for?
How much longer do we have until
34 minutes.
All right. I mean, if we're just wasting time, we can go for a little bit longer unless you want to stop.
Okay. I can go until whenever you're ready.
I prefer outdoor running over treadmill. I really hate treadmill. I bought a treadmill like a few years ago, and I thought it was going to be great. I would just like run in the treadmill and watch some Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught myself being like, all right, it's got to have been 10 minutes. What, 30 seconds? Like, I hate it. Like, I need to be running through stuff. But the thing is up here, I don't run when it's bad weather. I don't run with it, meaning I don't run when it's really cold. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So I haven't been running in this weather. I ran at the gym with Craig.
Yeah.
And we did, we warmed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to, like, when I was actually like a runner, when I was running, you know, indoor track, outdoor, cross country, like all year round, I would have no problem, like, no matter what the weather was, I was going to go for a run because I just had to get my run in. But now, like, I'm not competing, I'm not on a team, it doesn't matter, and I'm just basically trying to not get fat, you know? So if it's, like, not that good out, I'll just be like, maybe I won't go for a run today.
Fairly Local Vegan is now an ex-vegan. Didn't watch it because I don't want to give her the view. Yeah, honestly, I think for people that have like a channel and influencers, and whether they are, if they're saying like, you know, they're not vegan or stuff, it's just showing people that, oh, maybe it's not doable. We're seeing other people, or especially people that have a lot of following, or people that other people look up to. When they're showing people that it can't be done, it's just sending a bad message.
Yeah.
I think any negativity, it's like if you were going to do that in the first place, then why would you even make a vegan channel? But it's all people that have not really been vegan for that long. So it's a lot of people that are going with the trends, and it's like, last year I decided to go vegan and I got a big vegan channel now, and now I'm not vegan anymore. Mm-hmm. And then other people are like, well, if they can't do it, is there something to it? Look for people like myself. Look for people that have been vegan for, you know, over 10, 20 years that are still doing it without a problem. And it's just, this is my life. I'm just sharing my life. It's not hard. I live my life, and I'm like, if I can share a part of my life with other people that just happens to be vegan, and show people like, hey, these are, like, I never had to go through all this stuff before the internet. It was just, we would hang out and that would be life, you know? But now I feel I have to like show people like that I'm actually healthy. I have to go get my blood work done and show people, hey, look, I've been vegan for 25 years and I'm not dead, you know, because people are giving all these outlandish, crazy things like, oh, you're cheating and you're eating meat, or you must be really unhealthy if you've been vegan for that long. And it's nope, none of those things are true. Yeah. I'm just leading my ordinary everyday life, and I decided to share it on YouTube. So I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stream for like another 15 minutes or so?
Yeah,
I just want to be able to pick everything up before we.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Else. Okay.
All right, guys, 15 more minutes. Let's hear the questions.
Come on, bring them in. We have 15 minutes left.
Meanwhile, we probably missed a bunch of them.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. You want to go up?
No, that's okay. We can go back down.
Just ask them again.
Yeah, if we didn't get to your question, it's not because we were ignoring you.
You can just copy and paste it. Do it again.
Kudos to Frank.
Frank Tefano. Apparently he ate like some...
He's a troll too.
Yeah.
I mainly watch him through Vegan Gains channel part. Wait, hold on, wait. Chris, how do my pups get their exercise in the winter? We either go for walks, but sometimes it's just too cold out and it's like, hey guys, sorry, we're not going for a walk tonight. It's like negative, whatever. We're just not doing it. So, but they play. I got like little rope that we play tug of war with, and they play with each other, and they're all over the place. So yeah, it's a lot better for sure in the summer and the better weather, but I don't mean better weather. I mean warmer weather, because sometimes I really like sometimes I like the snow, but I don't like it as long as it stays. Good Life Challenge. Have not heard about it. I consider sugar refined with bone char to be vegan. I did a whole video on that, and that's absolutely fine. And notice in my video, I never say that it's not vegan. I just show people how it's made, and they can make their own determination on that.
Well, someone wants to know if you have like a dog playroom.
Yeah, my house. Everywhere in the house.
Yeah.
Playroom. My kidney and thyroid. Well, I have a friend that I did a video with. What was it, last year or the year before? We need to do more, but we do a video where he talks about kidney safe foods because he had a kidney transplant. He's a transplant. His kidneys were bad, and we do a recipe, just kind of like talking about what you should and shouldn't eat, and he makes a kidney safe meal.
Mm-hmm.
So you could search that on the main channel, the Vegan Zombie. I just think you just do Vegan Zombie kidney or kidney safe food. I forgot what I named it, but we have one on there. So
it says fairly local vegan, only took away the vegan label since they thrifted a pair of leather shoes for their kids. I mean, we could talk about like what are your thoughts on like, okay, say I think I know where you stand, but like say
I don't think that you I think that's stupid to take away your title vegan because of that. That's just showing people, because like that's like a bad call. Like I think that you're still vegan, and I think that other people out there might look at that as thinking like, oh, it's too hard to be vegan, or start to see the word vegan is something bad. And I don't want that to be that, because I mean, I've identified with the word vegan for 25 years now. When nobody knew what the word was, I'm like, well, that's my thing, and I didn't see anything negative about the word. And now, you know, there's like all these things that are making the word bad, like they're like trying to have a bad connotation with the word, and I don't want that, because that was my word before anybody even knew about it. Like I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm glad, I'm proud that I'm vegan.
Yeah. And
as far as that goes, she's not okay. If you need to thrift something, I say this all the time. Somebody asks me, they say, hey Chris, I need your help. I just want vegan. I want to be vegan, and I don't ever want to go back. And you know, money's tight right now, and I just got a job, and I need steel toe boots, and all the vegan steel toe boots are way out of my price range. What do? I don't want to go buy leather. I go, well, you know, in a case like this is what you could do. Go down to like a thrift shop or something. Buy a pair of steel toe boots there, because right now you're buying it from a thrift shop, which means it's not going back into the supply and demand of them needing to go and you know, make another animal leather boot. You're buying it already used at a thrift shop. I said, you know, use those boots until you make enough money to buy a vegan pair and change them out. And when you do that, take those boots and maybe donate them back, give them to a shelter, give them to somebody else. So it's, you know, you're not ruining and destroying the boots. They're serving a purpose, but you're also not buying into the supply and demand of it. So I don't think what she did was something that wasn't vegan to say I don't consider myself vegan anymore because I thrifted a pair of leather shoes. Yeah, that's.
I've watched a couple of her videos before, and I know that I feel like she's the type of channel that kind of gets roasted in the comment section for doing like the littlest thing that most everyone would be like, there's nothing wrong with that. But like her viewers, since they're like, oh, you're zero waste and you're vegan and you're thrifty, and she has so many labels that they're all just like jump down her throat if she does like the slightest thing that's off of what they think is in their manifesto.
Well, that's what people do to me. We were talking about that. I can do something on my show, and if I mess one, not talking about not being vegan, but if I mess anything else up, I get like criticized like crazy for it, where other channels, nothing. Like your channel, nothing. And it's like, you know what? Okay, maybe that's my resolution this year. I just don't care. I'm putting up whatever. And
I mean, maybe you guys can tell me what you guys think, but I feel like I don't get as many criticisms on my channel because a lot of times in my videos I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. How do you even make food? And then I just like try to show people that like you can be vegan and not know what you're doing. Whereas Chris is like, I know what I'm doing, and like he's a better cook than me. So I feel like usually if you have a higher standard for yourself, then people will hold you to that. But I don't have a very high standard for myself.
Well, what was the most recent thing I did? And it was like, everybody was trying to. Oh yeah, I made pigs in a blanket for you, and everybody's those aren't pigs in a blanket, those are sausage rolls. Look at the dictionary says this. This is what it says. It says this is pigs in a blanket. You know, it's either a sausage or a hot dog thing over in the UK, over in America, and it's either wrapped in a pastry or a bacon. Yeah. And I made the pastry one. Mm-hmm. It's like.
And I don't know, just like the way I think about it too is like, if someone brought that over to my house, would I correct them? I'm like, no, I would just say, okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Like, I'm gonna eat these delicious, whatever you call them.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like funny, like the battles that some people choose to pick. It's like, what? Look, if someone makes a mistake in a video, most of the time I don't try to correct them.
So here's the thing. Obviously, we get But you got to think of it from our point of view too. So we're giving this content out for one. We're giving it out for free.
Yeah.
You know, we do it for a living, but it goes to you guys for free. And I understand when I put out a video, there's going to be like dislikes. There's going to be, for whatever reason, everybody's different. Yeah. There's going to be comments that are negative. Mm-hmm. But it just really sucks when you think about it, because like you put a lot of time and effort into a video, especially when you put so much into a video. Mm-hmm. And then you put it up there and you're like, it's finally up there, and you refresh it and you just want to like look at the comments and, you know.
They're just like, wow, you need a haircut.
Yeah, like, or it's like, yeah.
That's
it's
what
like,
you got for my video?
And it's like the first comment is like a negative comment. You're like, really? That's happened to me before, where I'm just like, you know what? I shut my computer down, I shut my YouTube down, and I went for a walk. I'm like, I don't even want to open my computer for like a week. Yeah. Like, it was just like, you know, I don't know. You put so much time and stuff, and you think you're doing a good thing, and then you get like, don't get me wrong, most of the comments are good, because most of the people want to see the video, but you get that one person that just has to be negative, and they say the right thing at the right time that just sets you off, and it's just, you already feel down about something, and then they hit it on the button, and you're just like, all right, boom, I don't want anything to do with this.
So Lacepod says, what should be done with old leather jackets that are still usable? I don't want to. Also, they can't be used for orphan animals because of the chemicals in the making of the leather. So it sounds like you would just want to
you would want to
donate it or something.
Yeah, donate it, because you know, people that are homeless, people that are
people that are homeless, yeah, absolutely.
That would be great for you know, less fortunate people to have a brand new jacket like that, or even a used jacket like that. But yeah, for me, like I kind of, it's been so long. I don't even think that I got rid of all my stuff right away when I went vegan, because this is back in 1994. But over the next couple years, it all got recycled out. And I mean, I can't remember the last time that I had anything that wasn't vegan. Like, I don't allow anything in my house that's not vegan. You know, it's like all of my utensils, all of my pots and pans, they've never had anything on it that wasn't vegan. I don't have any leather in any of my shoes or anything. I'm trying to think if I have anything that is really old that has anything on. I don't know. I don't think so.
I can't think of anything in mine. I mean, because I have this belt that I got from this company called Anson. I got it like this year. It's really great. It's a clip. It's like it's a ratchet belt, so there's no holes in it or anything. But they have a bunch of like vegan leather options. I have a vegan suede belt. I got a watch like a couple months ago that has like vegan leather strap. You can find like anything vegan.
Drama Llama. Where can I get vegan dress and shoes that aren't $200?
Got the hookup.
A vegan. Okay, so there's so many. As far as dresses go, I'm not probably very good at that. Shoes, there's some really good shoes. Craig's got some good ones. There's some good ones from Tastemaker.
These are actually very comfortable. I got these. These were $45 at Designer Shoe Warehouse. Was it?
So those are
this is Burlington Co Factory as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it just says let's see. It just says man-made materials.
Kristen, that was one thing that I was actually just going to say, like, other than like my vehicle, which, I mean, I don't have leather seats or anything like that, but there's obviously something in there that's not vegan. Yeah. Shoes, as far as like, I don't know if you're looking for fancy shoes or whatever, but the regular shoes I wear are Annie brand. Yeah. And they're like, I really like them. They're unisex. They're like barefoot shoes, meaning basically they're very lightweight. The sole is pretty thin, and they have slip-ons, regulars, and high tops. It's an all-vegan company. Use coupon code ZombieKicks and $5 goes to Mercy for Animals. My dress shoes are by Tastemaker, and Craig actually gave me a pair of shoes that he didn't like.
They were too small for me.
They were too small, but they fit me. So, and they were the same color that he just showed. So I have a black pair and the other one. And it's funny because I just realized this. I went back through old VHS tapes and I got a pair of vegan shoes for Christmas in 1996, and they held up all the way until like 4 years ago when I was on the vegan cruise, and I had to use super glue to make the sole. Oh yeah. But I mean, that was like 20 years, you know. Yeah. So,
and I feel like most of the time, if you can actually find some very cheap like vegan dress shoes. Actually, a lot of times it's even cheaper if you buy synthetic leather instead of like actual leather. If you're buying from companies that are like vegan shoes, those are probably gonna be expensive. But if you're buying shoes that are accidentally vegan, or they're just like we're making them cheaper because they're not not actual leather. So I would go with those companies if you're like on a tight budget.
Right.
I got some boots recently that are like vegan suede from Will's Vegan Shoes, and those were like $100. But when I was at Burlington Coat Factory, they also had some other ones which I tried on, which weren't as nice. But you know, you're getting what you're paying for, and I think they were like $20 or $30 or something like that. But they were all like synthetic suede too. Again, because it was just cheaper. So
my favorite boots that I bought them like literally 10 years ago. They still are in perfect condition. They're steel toe boots, and they're from a company over, I think, in the UK called Vegetarian Shoes. And
someone else mentioned that too.
Okay, so they are they have a bunch of shoes that you can look at too. And they're probably a little bit more pricey, but very high quality, and I mean, you can't tell the difference. People ask me like, "Oh, you're wearing leather?" And no, I'm not. These are vegetarian shoes.
Yeah, this is the watch that I was talking about. It was by a company called Herding Lane. But yeah, I like this watch. I think it's nice.
What is it?
It's just a brown leather, but it says cruelty free. I don't know if you can see that, but it says cruelty free on the inside. And then I also got this this wallet recently. You can say it says WVS, stands for Will's Vegan Shoes. I don't want to.
Oh, Tom found some at Kohl's, so those are probably pretty cheap too.
Yeah, you can find.
Use your Kohl's cash.
Yeah.
So I'd say what? We have another couple minutes and then we're wrapping this up?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes and we're gonna go work on the other video. Maybe we should just right here, maybe this would be a good time to wrap it up. So all right guys, well I will be posting a video tomorrow, and look out for Craig's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, and we'll see you guys soon. Oh, now we got to turn it off on this computer, so there we go.
You got it.
All right, bye for